Okay, so this is a continuation of the last video where it showed just the engine running by itself, not long enough for the engine to warm up or anything like that. So with this video, what we're showing is with this actually hooked up to the coolant pipes. As you can see over here, we used a pipe connected to this hose down here and then connected over here. We did that for both sides. That way we can also test the radiator, make sure everything is pulling the way it should be. We also, if you notice the two extra lines over here, these go to the transmission. This is an automatic transmission. If you know anything about cars, you know that automatic transmissions require a radiator. There's actually 3 radiators for those that don't know anything about cars. One radiator is for the water, for the engine itself. The next one would be for the transmission, and then the next one that a lot of people don't really think about is the condenser, which is for the AC unit. Now again, yes, we show that the engine runs, but again, we want to make sure that there's no leaks from here all the way to the front of the car before this is mounted permanently in, and then have to find out that, hey, there's a leak somewhere between the engine and up front. So this allows us to test everything before over here, because otherwise getting to the inside of the engine is a really difficult pain. Everything's just very small spaced when you're trying to work in this little trunk space. Now again, we do have everything pretty much rigged up to where we can test everything. We have the fuel pump in that container. That way we can run that without having to worry about the gas tank. We need to clean the gas tank out before we finalize everything. But other than that, I think this is pretty much ready to crank up and show everything working in operation. Making sure that the fan runs properly. Right now we're just manually overriding that by the AC controls, but if we were to turn that off, the engine would warm up, and then once it got to a certain temperature, it should automatically kick in and pull the water as it's supposed to. This is just a show for demonstration purposes. Does function and how we have all this pretty much hooked up. Also, if you can see, everything is hooked up where you can look at the gauges. You can make sure the oil pressure, the water temperature, everything is operating temperature. And everything is working as it should. Show everything hooked up and a video of an extended run. As you can tell, it's doing a little bit of a squeaky sound. That's I believe that's going to be the belt that needs to be kind of tightened up. These engines do not have a tensioner like what you would find on a 4-cylinder. The 4-cylinder Fieros are also fairly easier to work on. I would know because I have one myself, and I've done a little bit of work. Now, some areas for the 4-cylinder, we're just going to show a little example here. Some of the parts are a little bit tighter, like the spark plug wires. They connect to the coil packs over here. Sometimes that could be a challenge, taking those off, along with the crankshaft position sensor. Pretty much the way I do it is by feel. There's not a lot of room to where you can see what you're working with. But everything else is pretty much right over here. You can work on the spark plugs. The vacuum lines, of course, go under the manifold over here, I believe, if I remember correctly. But again, you see a lot more space than this than you do in a V6 Fiero. Again, thank you so much for watching the video, and we want to wish you a Happy New Year. I'll take it easy.